Calisthenics athletes, after spending some time analyzing, studying and testing what the best strategy is to build muscle mass based on current training knowledge, scientific research and the advice of top professionals in the field, I have come to a clear conclusion. To gain muscle mass, you need to give the muscle a stimulus that's close to muscle failure, combined with a set volume that ensures that stimulus reaches all the muscle fibers. That's why I came up with a simple routine to achieve this optimal stimulus, which I'm sharing with you in this video, and I call it the cluster routine to base level. But before explaining it, I want to remind you that you can use the code JERAI on Prosis to buy supplementation, equipment and healthy food and get a 10% discount, gifts based on the amount of your order and points that you can accumulate or redeem for more gifts. Thank you for your support. I chose this name because I think it accurately describes what we are going to do, a descending ladder routine. However, it's not about doing fewer reps in each set because we have a set number planned, but rather because muscle fatigue itself will naturally reduce the reps we can perform. Let's get into it. First, choose an exercise for the specific muscle or muscle group you want to train. It's important that you can perform between 10 and 20 repetitions of this exercise, no more, no less. For example, in our case, we chose strict pull-ups with a dead stop, with a full stop at the bottom. Next, perform the first set of the exercise, stopping just short of muscle failure, leaving only 1 or 2 reps in the tank at most. Try not to stop before this point, as the routine won't be as effective if you do. Make sure you are really pushing close to failure. Set a rest period of at least 1 minute 30 seconds and at most 3 minutes. Personally, I feel more comfortable with relatively long rest, so I usually go with 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Keep in mind that this rest time will remain fixed throughout the routine, and you should time it strictly. Once the rest is over, perform another set, again pushing close to failure, and naturally you'll be able to do fewer reps than in the first set. After completing it, start the rest period again. As you can see here, I did 18 on the first set and 10 on the second, and Oscar did 17 on the first and 10 on the second. Repeat this process as your reps decrease, until you reach a point where you perform the same number of reps or very similar in 2 consecutive sets. You will see that your number of reps flattens and stays in a similar number. At that moment, we consider that your muscles have received all the necessary stimulus for growth, and it's time to do just one more set to be sure the reps stay flat, and then end the routine. Why is this type of routine effective? Because what you are doing is making sure you recruit all the motor units in your muscles, from your fast twitch fibers up to the point where, for the rest of the sets, you are only working with slow twitch fibers. These are called slow twitch because of the way they are recruited, but when it comes to recovery, they are actually the fastest to bounce back. Fast twitch fibers, on the other hand, take much longer to recover. So once you have recruited all your motor units and you take a 2.5 minute rest, in the next set the ones you'll be able to recruit again are the slow twitch fibers. When you notice that your rep count starts to stabilize, it means you have already recruited them all. It means you have pushed that muscle to its absolute limit. It means you have drained completely and you are now working only with whatever reserves you have left. That's how you make sure that in this routine you have fully stimulated the muscles involved. I recommend doing this kind of routine twice a week for the muscles you want to focus on, and using exercises that clearly target those muscles. If you continue performing it consistently over weeks or months, you'll likely notice that you can complete more reps in the initial set. When you reach more than 20 reps, I suggest switching to a harder exercise or adding weight so that you are back within the 10 to 20 rep range for the first set. In our case, you can see that I did 18, 10, 7, Oscar 17, 20, 12, Ivan 14, 10, 8 and Rodri 10, 9, 7. and you will see soon that we are in that baseline level in the next sets. The only strange case is Oscar, because he has always trained endurance, but he never did strict deadstop pull-ups before. So he told me that he felt he was adapting to the exercise as the sets progressed, and that's why his numbers went a little bit up. But in the rest, you can see a more clear example of how the curve flattens as the sets go on. Now in the video you can see that we are already on the baseline level, and we will do one more set to finish. Even in Oscar's case, you can see that it is flattening. In this graph, we can observe how the reps go by, and if we take out Oscar's case, you can see it even more clearly. I hope you try out this method of training. Comment if you have any questions, like and subscribe for more content, and use the code JERAI on Process. Thank you for your support, and see you in the next video.